Okay, what if I told you that you could create amazing, high-quality content for your business, but without ever having to start from scratch? Well, in this explainer, we're going to pull back the curtain on the ultimate business shortcut, mastering customizable content. I'm going to show you how this one simple shift can save you a ton of time and money and seriously fast-track your brand's growth. You know the feeling, right? You sit down, you open a new document, and there it is, the blank page. That little blinking cursor just taunting you. The pressure to come up with something brilliant right out of the gate can be absolutely paralyzing. But what if you could just skip that part? What if you could jump straight to the fun, creative stuff? The content creation grind. It is so real. The endless brainstorming sessions that go nowhere. The hours, sometimes days, of research. The crazy high costs for a designer. And on top of all that, this constant pressure to be publishing new stuff all the time. It's enough to make you want to give up. But there is a way to bypass all of that and start with a rock-solid foundation already in place. It's a way to turn content creation from a total chore into your own creative playground. All right, are you ready to unlock this secret? Here's the roadmap for what we're about to cover. We'll start with the content creation challenge. Then I'll introduce you to a much smarter starting point. We'll dive into the incredible flexibility, savings, and growth it offers. I'll show you how to turn a template into a treasure. And finally, we'll cover the super important rules of the road. Let's do this. So let's just be honest for a second. Creating great content over and over again is a massive challenge. It's this huge mountain every business owner has to climb. But what if you didn't have to start at the bottom? What if you could start, like, halfway up? That's what we're talking about today. I want you to imagine you're building a house. Now, instead of spending months and months pouring the foundation, milling the wood, and putting up the frame, what if you were just handed the keys to a perfectly built, high-quality frame? That's exactly what customizable content is. It gives you the structure so you can get right to the fun part, the interior design. You get to pick the paint, arrange the furniture, and add all the little personal details that truly make it your home. So, what is this incredible frame I keep talking about? Well, it's called customizable content, and I have a feeling it's about to become your new best friend in business. So here's the deal. Customizable content, you might also hear it called PLR, or private label rights, is basically ready-made stuff. Think articles, graphics, planners, you name it. You buy the rights to it, and then you can edit it, slap your own brand on it, and use it or even sell it as if you made it yourself from scratch. No need to credit the original creator. It's like having a ghostwriter, a designer, and a researcher all rolled into one for a tiny fraction of the cost. And when you look at it side by side, wow, the difference is just night and day. Starting from scratch is a long, expensive, and honestly, super frustrating process. But with a template, you've got instant content. It's already been researched by experts, it's way more affordable, and you're not paralyzed by a blank page. You have a solid foundation you can immediately start building on. It is a total no-brainer. Okay, now let's get into the really good stuff, the benefits. And I'm talking about the kind of game-changing benefits that can completely transform your business. We're about to see how this approach gives you unbelievable flexibility, saves you a boatload of time and money, and really puts your growth on the fast track. You know, one of the absolute best things about customizable content is just how flexible it is. You're not just buying one thing. You're buying a versatile asset that you can twist, turn, and repurpose in a million different ways. It's kind of like having a creative Swiss Army knife for your business. Seriously, get ready to just let your creativity run wild. You can take one piece of content and spin it out into an entire content ecosystem. You could adapt it to fit your unique brand voice, reformat an ebook into a dozen blog posts, or a whole month of social media content. You can even use it to test out a brand new business idea or transform it into physical products. The possibilities are truly endless. It's your content, so you make the rules. All right, let's talk money, because let's be real, that's a huge piece of the puzzle. Customizable content is hands down one of the most cost-effective strategies you can use in your business. We're talking a massive return on your investment, not just in dollars, but in your time too. Just think for a second. What could you do with all that time and money you get back? No more spending hours on research. You can slash your design costs. Best of all, it creates an instant path to making money because you can quickly assemble these materials into products you can sell. It gives you the freedom to focus on what you do best, growing your business, talking to your customers, or maybe just taking a well-deserved day off.
So now that you know the what and the why, we get to the really fun part, the how. This is where we go back to our house analogy. We've got the frame. Now it's time for the interior design. I'm going to show you how to take any piece of customizable content and turn it into a unique treasure for your brand.
Okay, here's your quick guide. First, you gotta nail your brand voice. Are you casual and funny or more professional and serious? Next, make it look like you. Splash your brand colors and fonts all over it, add your logo. Now, step 4 is absolutely crucial. This is where you add your personal touches, your own stories, anecdotes, or client testimonials. This is the magic step that prevents it from sounding generic and makes it truly yours. And finally, tweak the layout until it feels just right for your style. Ebooks, online courses, mountains of social media posts, planners, journals, affirmation cards. You can even create physical merchandise like mugs, t-shirts, and tote bags. Think about it. You could turn one purchase into a lead magnet for your email list, materials for a workshop, and bonuses for a webinar. The only limit here is your imagination. Now, before you dive in and start creating all this amazing stuff, there's just one last thing we need to cover, and that's the rules of the road. But don't worry, this isn't complicated legal jargon. In fact, these rules are what make this whole thing so incredibly powerful. Let's break down the licensing so you can move forward with total confidence. It's pretty simple, really. Look at all those green check marks on the do's side. You can edit and modify anything. You can sell the finished products you make. You can chop it up for blog posts or create freebies with it. And you don't have to credit anyone. The don'ts are basically there to keep things fair. You can't just resell the template as is, and you can't pass on these same rights to other people. It's a system designed to empower you, the creator. It's a win-win. So, that blank page, it can officially become a thing of the past. With customizable content, you have the frame, the foundation you need to build the brand you've been dreaming of. The only question left is, what are you going to create?